We'll have 2 lines down. You'll have
Ray's pre-dive briefing was sobering, full of instructions about safety lines, 15-minute maximum bottom times, and standby divers should something go wrong. One minute I was feeling cold and silly, the next, cold and scared.
You have to hold on to the line. It's the only way to find your way back out.
Can you explain that?
Yeah, if you drop this safety line, it's easy to become disoriented underneath the ice. You have no way to relocate the hole. So you have a very great personal interest in hanging on to this line.
Now let me see if I've got this straight. The 18 of us are about to jump into a freezing cold hole in the middle of a quarry and swim around just for the fun of it. Why are we doing this? I asked John, the auto mechanic.
I've never done it before, and I just thought, you know, I'd like to see it. I love diving. I think diving's great. It's going to be quiet down there, very peaceful. The visibility should be excellent. And I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Anne-Marie, the lawyer, had a different reason.
It has to do with my grandfather, who was sort of an adventuresome sort of outdoors type. And whenever my grandmother would really get on his case about the fact that he was doing something outrageous, he'd just look at her and nod and say, "Yes, Ann, you've got to be nuts."
Then there's Rick, my cameraman.
Yes, this is my first time I'm ice diving. I've never wanted to ice dive, but Mr. Tenenbaum shamed me into it.
And a shame I did. But it's too late to back out now. Oh well. Last one in is a melted popsicle.
I want to go home.
Get in there.
The first is the worst. Painfully cold water stings and soon numbs your exposed face, mouth, and hands. But a tiny leak in the dry suit neck allows an occasional trickle of icy water down your back. Just a gentle reminder that we are wallowing within a huge ice cube. Here, certain sights take on a new perspective. For example, the rope. Now, above, it looked like an ordinary line. Here, it is a graceful, gleaming white slash across the... Well, what I'm saying is that it's my lifeline back to the hole, and therefore, no rope ever looked more lovely. Now, you may ask, what's there to do down here? Well, we Caribbean divers are accustomed to scenery, colorful coral, exquisite fish. Here, one settles for a pipe. Just look at that beauty. And what's this? A ladder! And then there are the bubbles that stream to the surface where they lie trapped beneath the gleaming, all-encompassing ice. Ooh, try not to think about that. The ice above. There's really no exit here. The rise to the surface means a bump on the head. By now, we're feeling comfortable enough to even take a stroll on the slippery surface, enjoying the scenery, reveling in the sheer mastery of a sport we'd never before even wanted to try. Oop, 15 minutes. Time to find the hole and leave before frostbite sets in.
He's out. Oh.
How was it?
Well, that was terrific. Just like swimming in a refrigerator.
Well, I did it. I really did it. How do I feel? Proud, wet, and frozen solid. And how do the other folks feel?
I enjoyed it. I still kept warm. If you stay in for a short time, you can be just as warm as in a bathtub.
Every little nerve in my body is tingling, and it's not because it's cold, it's because it's warm.
Well, I'm not sure my nerves are tingling, but at least I survived. And that's grounds for a celebration. In the tradition of ice divers, we huddled not around a campfire, but around a bushel of oysters that some daring divers had dredged up from the bay the previous day. And time for one last burst of icy liquid.
Cheers. Cheers. Good dive.
One last hold. We'll be right back with our PM Magazine to party.